Good afternoon, everybody. It's April 9th, and it's a beautiful day today. It's currently about 55 degrees. This past week, it got quite cold again. It went back to March temperatures. So it was in the low 40s during the day most of the week, and about 30 degrees at night. So we still had some freezing temperatures. We had a little bit of snow, but it didn't stick. So it was too cold to put my plants in the ground. But this coming week, it's supposed to be in the 60s, and next Tuesday we should get up into the 80s. So starting tomorrow, Friday, I'm actually going to come out and start putting my plants, my seedlings, into the ground. So I'm pretty excited about that. Let's get this update started. So I already put my peanuts out for my blue jays. Let's come over here and check on these guys. So I did plant some tulips over here. I don't know if you could see it, but there's some tulips that are coming up right there. The daffodils over here are doing pretty good. They're just starting to show some color. These guys. And then kind of across the driveway. There, so I have them all in a row here. If you come over here, this is where all the mugwort is. I have a couple of tulips that are starting to pop up there. Over here to the daffodils, they're starting to show some color. And these guys. This past week, I did find some time to take down these trees over here, so I can actually get around to this side now. And last year I had a lot of poison ivy that was growing here, so I'll be able to take care of that this year. But if you come over here, you could actually see these little blue flowers that are popping up. These are the daffodils. There's a couple of tulips that are popping up there too. So then coming over here, we have the orange daylilies, the tulips over here, and you can see that the flowers are developing on them, on those tulips. Those are the yellow ones. The violets are all right here. They're starting to fill in. These are the red tulips. And then the columbine plant right below it. Here's the cardinal plant. You can see that they're developing their little flowers that will eventually shoot up. The tulips, the iris right there is doing pretty good. After I moved it, there's a daylily, more daffodils. So this is looking pretty good over here. So these are plants that are going to be for next year. I bought these tulips here, and after they die off, I'm going to deadhead them, and I'm going to save the bulbs and plant them for next year. The same with these are purple calla lilies. And I already deadheaded them, and I'm just waiting for the leaves to die back, and I'll save the bulbs for next year. I also have some white tulips too for next year. Coming over here, you can see these guys. These guys have kind of been walked on a few times, like driven over. The little miniature daffodils, that one right there is kind of... but then I also have the bigger daffodils right there on both sides. The iris is doing pretty good over here. These flowers over here doing all right. There's more cardinal plant over there too. That's a daylily right there. the tulips, and then some orange daylilies right there, and the 2 hyacinths. Yeah, so probably this week I'll be putting all the plants in here. You can see actually a lily coming up right there too. Coming over here to these tulips. You can see they're about to flower soon, probably in the next few weeks. Next like 2 weeks or so. The iris right there, the rose over here. I was just looking at it and you can see some new stems starting to grow right here. It's starting to get a lot of color back into it. And right here there's some branches starting to develop on it. So that's a good sign for this one. This is a yellow rose. The hyacinths down there. And then coming over here to the pink rose. That's actually looking really good. And then I ended up getting a purple rose, which eventually I'm going to plant here. I'm just going to wait for these hyacinths and daffodils to die back. I also have some more flowers I'm going to have to dig up before they start growing that are here. But I'm going to dig those up and put this rose here in that place. And then if you come back here, I ended up planting some tulips back here. And they're starting to pop up too. Alright, let's go check on those backyard gardens. So coming back here to the grapes in the greenhouse. So the past few days it's been actually really cold, so I didn't check on my plants in here because I figured it would just be kind of cold. But when I just came in here to check on it today, it was just about 2 days I didn't check on it, and pretty much almost all my plants died. All that's left is the petunias, a couple little extra plants, and maybe some sunflowers. The rose is okay, but pretty much everything died off. It was probably, when I opened it up today, it was probably about 100 degrees in here. So I quickly put some seeds into some water to hopefully replenish this, but it's going to take a while to come back from about 8 weeks of work, but that's a bit unfortunate, but I'll grow some more. So coming back here to the garden beds, so I'm thinking, since my seedlings are the watermelon and the pumpkin seedlings aren't going to make it now, I'm just going to probably sow new seeds directly into the ground back here for those. But the blueberries, both blueberries over here, are getting some color to them. You can see that it's getting some green. And I had some strawberries starting to pop up here, so that's good. And then the grape is doing pretty good there. Let's go get that daily dose of duck. And today's duck of the day is the fishing duck. Have a good day, everybody, and thanks for watching.